I have another question about, we now have a new non-white, a black president, Mr. Obama. What do you believe why Mr. Obama was able to become president, and what do you believe why it is that so many so-called white people or white people voted for Mr. Obama? What do you think the motivation behind that was? What do you think?
I think it's one or two or both. Now, one, there are a sizable number of white people who are tired of this whole business about squabbling about what color somebody is. Mostly a number of younger white people, people classified as white. Now, there's another category, and that is the refined racists who says it's good for business. Good for the business of what? Of racism. That you put a lot of black people up front, and what better way to put a black person up front is, the attempt was made by that category of people, first of all, with Mr. Powell, who didn't rise to the occasion for reasons which he best knows, in my opinion, and then now Mr. Obama, that a lot of white people say they want him out front. By out front means he's not going to dictate. He's not going to just sit up and write checks, because he's not going to be allowed to do that based on logic. So why would white people who have malintentions want him to be up front? It's because in any organized, that's the white people who are racist, that is. Now, racism works on the principle of organized crime. One thing that you do in modern organized crime is that you have what they call buffers. You have people to take the rap for things that you are going to do behind the scenes. And I think this is the master plan for the position that Mr. Obama is going to be in. And I think that every black person, every non-white person, and every correct-thinking white person should be aware of that plan, that a lot of very ugly things are going to happen on his watch that he has absolutely nothing to do with, but he's going to be the person standing there with the smoking gun, because somebody's going to put it in his hands. That's an old trick that everybody should be aware of by now, but a lot of people are not. And a lot of black people, you can look for it, and I'm trying to head it off, and everybody who is listening to this should be trying to head it off, saying, don't rise to that bait, because the bait is for everybody, particularly millions of black people throughout the world, to get mad at Mr. Obama because they didn't get a check.
So what is it that you believe is going to happen, and what is it that black people and non-white people can do to protect themselves to the greatest extent they could possibly could?
We have to codify in such a way that all of the things that we do are designed to tailor to the individual to do the best that he or she can wherever he or she happens to be in the known universe on any given day, as if Mr. Obama was never elected president. A lot of this surrounding Mr. Obama is to lull the dark-skinned people of the world to sleep, thinking that this is hallelujah time, and that all they have to do is just lie down and go to sleep, and when they wake up, all they have to do is march themselves to the mailbox, and there will be a fat check there with Mr. Obama's signature on it. And when they go to that mailbox and they do not see that check there, and when things seem to be getting worse and worse for them, while they stand there waiting on a Messiah, they're going to get angry at Mr. Obama, which is exactly what a huge segment of the white supremacist culture have planned. That's exactly what they want to happen, while they enrich themselves behind the scenes.
Context of white supremacy. All right.